Okay, so today we're going to do a repair on a pipe. I'm an industrial mechanic. I've learned a few tricks over the years and I thought I'd share them because I've learned a few tricks from other people on the internet. So here we go. I'm going to use JB Weld in order to repair a pinhole leak in the pipe of a instant hot water heater, which is over there.
Okay.
So what happened is there's a pinhole leak at the top of this elbow fitting here where the copper got extruded really thin and it's spewing all over the place. Now I have the skills and the tools that I could use to silver solder that, but that requires heat and I don't want to remove all the wires and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to use JB Weld, but with a trick. One of the really cool things about JB Weld is that it works really well. I've had a lot of success with it over the years. It's a 1-to-1 mix ratio, but there's going to be a twist to this one. So I'm going to give it one part of the white. JB Weld you can pick up in most automotive stores or hardware stores. Equal ratios, black to white. I'm going to mix that up. I've used some fine emery cloth in order to polish off, get all the oxides off of the copper there. But instead of just putting the JB Weld on top, I'll mix it up here as I talk, we're going to wrap some string around it. And what that's going to do is it's going to give a lot of strength to it and it's going to hold it in place, and it's actually like building a pipe or a hose right around the original pipe. JB Weld on itself would probably work really well, but I don't want to do repairs again in another 6 months or a year or even 2 years for that matter. So I'm going to do this. So here we're going to take a little bit of JB Weld after it's mixed up. We're going to coat my polished off pipe, got all the oxidization off of it. Going to work it in really well. Now there are other products out there, competitor products to JB Weld, and I'm sure that they work reasonably well. The one thing I dislike about JB Weld is it takes a really long time to cure, but that's also one of the benefits of it, because I discovered that the longer things take to cure, the better the bond they make. So what I've done here is I've got a good coating of JB Weld on the fitting. Now I'm going to take a piece of string.
How about if people help?
Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece of string. This happens to be something that my kids use for making bracelets or something like that. I'm going to coat this in JB Weld. I'm going to make sure that you get all the, get it well coated. Nice, and get all the air out of it that's in there. Now what this is going to do, I'm going to wrap that around the pipe. It's going to turn into something very similar to fiberglass. Just about everything is built with fiber reinforced plastics. So here, now I've got a good coating of JB Weld on the string, and I'm going to start the tedious process of wrapping it around my pipe. It's going to prove a little harder to do because everything's sticky. So, oh, I pulled it right through. Try that again. Not going to make you watch me do this all the time, so you can turn that off for a second. Maybe I'll record part of it once I figure out how to do this, but there we go. So here I'm wrapping the string that has been coated in JB Weld. Could be DevCon or anything else, but I've had better experience with JB Weld than anything else. It did take a little bit. Not quite like a surgeon, but get that in there. At least with it taking such a long time to go hard, it makes it a whole lot easier. You're not fighting time trying to get it in there before it goes hard on you. lots of working time here. So I'm doing this at nighttime, so I got hot water in the morning. And I've had to turn down my heat. So you can see that's building up really nice and providing a lot of reinforcement. We can get it through there. Now we're just going to work that right around over top of the pinhole. I'm going to guarantee that this will not leak. We're going to find other problems long before this one ever becomes a problem again. Let me turn that off. Okay, so now I've wrapped the thread, fairly strong thread and heavy body. I've wrapped it around the pipe pretty good over where I have the damaged section. Now I'm going to overcoat it, the whole thing, with a good helping of more JB Weld or epoxy, and this is just going to form a coating. So if any pressure comes from the inside out, the pipe is the part that's going to hold it in place, or the thread that is going to hold it in place really, really well. I'm going to try to get it back there. It's going to be a little problem because it's tight.
Okay.
So, worst case scenario, if this does decide to leak on me, which I highly, highly doubt, we can always grind it off and take off all the extra wires and do the silver solder trick. But chances are, this is going to last just fine. If this video gets posted, if it's removed from my thread, that means it didn't work. As long as it's up with my name on it, it worked just fine. There we go.